So when Genetec took on the challenge of developing Security Centre SAAS, it was not a project we undertook lightly. This was really the culmination of over 12 years of effort within our company, gradually containerizing our core platform known as Genetec Security Centre and developing on that considerable code base to create containers so that we could deploy a truly hybrid system. And that's what defines Security Centre SAAS. Security Centre SAAS is truly hybrid. So through containerization, we were able to address customers that wanted to put the workload all on premises, and customers who really wanted to make a move to the cloud, and the large cohort of customers in between. Now, while we were developing the product, we were seeing a massive shift take place in the industry. Way back in 2007, people who are in the security industry will remember the shift from analog cameras to IP-based cameras. It was a big change. However, that was just a change in endpoint technology and the wires. It went from coaxial cable to Ethernet cable, and you put computers up there rather than cameras. Now, what we have seen really, I would say, since 2019 is a massive sea change in the industry. And that is the proclivity of end users and our channel partners to want to move to a SaaS-based solution. And we've seen changes. Every year we do research in the industry. We've developed something called the State of Physical Security Report. And through that report, we saw just in the last year alone a 275% increase in end users who wanted to take more physical security workloads to the cloud. So our timing worked out very well. We just announced the product. We're very happy to see it's been super well received in the market, especially by our channel partners. And we're going to be seeing a lot of end users here in Sydney this week. So we're very excited about what's coming. Security Centre SAAS adds an immense value to our end users' business in a number of different ways. By the mere fact that it's Genetec already adds value. We're the leader in our domain for one really big reason, and that's because we work with our partners, we work with the end user to really understand the problems at hand. So big challenges there are, the time it takes to get up and running, the ease of operator experience so that operators can use the system to its maximum effect, and the ability to scale as time goes. These are really important parts of why people choose the Genetec product. Add to that the fact that we have a big open ecosystem. And that ecosystem really is what defined Genetec for many years. And when I say an open ecosystem, I mean that if you're a customer, maybe you like camera brand A, but camera brand B offers some sort of special capability. Maybe it's a special pan-tilt zoom camera, maybe it's a thermal camera, maybe it's a LiDAR camera, who knows? And you want to put that on your system. And with many other products in the market, that's very difficult. However, with Genetec, because we're open, we work with partners across a spectrum of devices, and you can see many of them here at the Sydney Experience Centre. We bring those into the platform and we make sure they work. And they don't just work, they work the way the manufacturers intend them. Because Genetec doesn't make cameras, we don't make devices really, we're the software. And so our job is to make sure that when whatever you want and what you choose works. So add to that the flexibility of Security Centre SAAS. And when you start thinking about that, you think about how people's sort of consumption of enterprise software has changed over the years. Think about Salesforce.com, a perfect example. People started thinking very differently about CRM software and what that would mean. Similarly, we're seeing that shift take place within the security industry. People want software that's always up to date. People don't want to be in that situation where they're like, I wish I could take advantage of all those new features, but oh heck, it's going to be a real pain to update everything. That's one of the big pains of on-premises, sort of perpetual software that people struggle with. And one of the things that causes is when you're an end user, you go to a trade show or you go see your colleague who works at another company, and you're like, well, I have the same software as you. Why do you get to do this cool stuff? And you're doing reports and you're doing, automation workflows and you're running these big video walls. I'd really like to do that. And the reason they can't do it is because it's so difficult to update their system. And that leads to something that we call the consumption gap. And that's the sort of divergence from all the cool stuff that we're building and the customer's ability to consume it. And the bigger that gap is, the more they're like, why do I have this software? So what we're trying to do with Security Centre SAAS is close that gap so that people can take more advantage of all the cool new things we're building because it's automatically updating in a way that's, approved by the end user, in a way that works for their business, and in a way that's going to deliver value to them. Because really, the value of our software isn't because it's SaaS or because it comes from the cloud. That's just a means to an end. They have business goals they want to achieve, and our software will help them achieve that, whether that's straightforward physical security, protecting people, products, assets, places, or if it's also understanding their business, understanding their cities, understanding their train networks. How fast are things moving? Are there crowds? Do we need to think about opening another queue in the airline, in the security lineups? These are the sort of insights that can be garnered. Reporting on footfall in a mall. That's where customers are, that's their outcome they want, right? So we're just trying to make it much easier to achieve that outcome. The real world challenges that Security Centre SAAS is helping our customers solve is how they can actually take advantage of world-leading software like Genetec Security Centre, no matter where they are in their growth. Let me put it this way, when we bring on a new customer, or when our channel partners bring on a new customer, they're not always, hundreds of thousands of devices and, massive global deployment. There are many of those. But a lot of times customers come on and they're like, I want to do this, or I want to try that. And we want to make it so that when they want to take advantage of a smaller system or a more distributed system at many shops, that they can say, I want to go with the best in the market. I want to go with an open, unified platform that reduces training time, that maximizes my return on investment by giving me better features, better ability to do the things I want, and with maximum flexibility of an open platform. These are really big things that Genetec has been known for years, and I think a lot of people have been a little wary of going with Genetec when it's not those massive deployments like Sydney trains, like all these, and we do that very well, but there's a lot of other businesses out there that can take advantage of it. So from our perspective, one of the real world problems is just access to the technology, and we're really excited to bring this to market so that people can take advantage of it. I think also, just more broadly, IoT networks are growing exponentially. People are taking advantage of really exciting new technology at the edge. And people want to bring in new sensors, whether that's schools bringing in vape sensors. These are things like they come out and they want to bring that in and they want to have the flexibility to do that. And so what we're doing is we're saying, listen, here's the platform and here's how you can take advantage of it. And finally, and it's something I'm very excited about, is our ability to do not just forensic search, but we can leverage natural language search using large language models and a version of ChatGPT in the background. So you can be like asking questions to your security system, and it can be responding in natural language and finding you the things you want. You can say, show me the dude with the white shorts yesterday at 2 o'clock. And bam, it's going to pull up all of the versions. So it's taking advantage of what our camera partners are doing with metadata, sort of the understanding what's going on in the video, and applying a large language model to that, all within that SaaS platform. It's kind of cool. So today, here in Sydney, we're super excited. This has been many years in the making. This is the inauguration of Genetec's Sydney Experience Centre, or SYXC as we call it. And it is the 8th experience centre in our network of experience centres. which go all the way from Washington, D.C. to Mexico City, Sao Paulo, London, Paris, Dubai, here. And we're welcoming a wide range of people from our channel partners, of course, because our channel partners are our customers, their end users. SYXC, because I said it's been years in the making, it's been years in the making because when I came to Sydney for the first time, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, I was it. Like there was, if we went to see customers, we were going out for a piccolo and we were sitting in a cafe chatting about things. So now you come to the fact that we were 2 people in 2018, so we were feeling we were real rocking it in 2018. We had 2 people in Sydney, and we had great partners, of course. But now we're 24 people in Sydney here. We want to have a place where they can call home. So part of the SYXC is a Genetec office, and the other half is a show place. And that is for our channel partners to bring their customers. It's for our technology partners to come and take advantage of all of the systems we have set up. We're sitting here in the Technology Center or the Security Operations Center and get a real chance to sort of explore the art of the possible across all of our product lines. You can see Security Centre SAAS. You can see our Security Centre, our platform that we're known about for, our on-premise software, and all of the other technology in between. And our technology partners have been very generous in giving us the latest, sort of sensors, cameras, all the stuff that you want to get a chance to get your hands on and show your customers. And it's hard to get that all in one place, from intercoms to cameras to the vape sensors I talked about earlier. You can come and see it all here at SYXC. If people want to know more about SYXC or our fantastic new product, Security Centre SAAS, go check out genetec.com. And it's all right there on the front page. Or you can follow us on LinkedIn or Instagram at Genetec.